So the truth is, we often look for this one little hack or this one little trick that's gonna instantly help us get in the best shape of our lives. But the fact of the matter is, it's the small little habits, it's the stepping stones, the stepping blocks that you put down day after day, week after week, that will ultimately impact your body and health, your body's ability to drop stubborn fat, build up lean muscle, improve your health metabolically. And until you can shift those seemingly inconsequential habits, you're always going to struggle to do the big things, which is work out, go to the gym, meal prep, these big things, the sexy things that everybody tries to do. Until you can fix the small things, you're going to have a very hard time doing those things. Even if you are able to do those things, you're going to have a very hard time making it consistent and making it efficient. So I want to dive into some of the biggest habits holding you back from dropping that stubborn fat, and then what you can do to overcome those so that you can line yourself up to do those big things, move those big rocks once you got the little rocks in your health and fitness ironed out. First off, my name is Montel Hardin, personal trainer, strength and conditioning, and sports nutrition coach since 2017. Over that time, we've worked with over 700 men and women, helping them drop body fat, build lean muscle, and get healthier than they've ever been. And we like to try to do it without having you in the gym 24/7, without having you eating bland, boring foods that you hate, and just enjoying the process and making something sustainable for your specific body, lifestyle, preferences, and all that good stuff. I actually send out insights and strategies and kind of pull back the curtain on exactly how clients like Sean are dropping 50 plus pounds of body fat and revealing their abs, Antonio dropping 20 plus pounds of body fat, Charity getting off 40 pounds of body fat and dropping all medication, China stripping off 10 inches around the midsection in 90 days. Basically, all those strategies that we use to help these clients get those type of results, I'm sending you the behind the scenes of that in our weekly email. So click the first link in the description, sign up for that, and then come back to the video. So one huge habit that's probably holding you back is irregular sleep. A lot of us have a very erratic sleep schedule. We're up all throughout the night. We go to sleep at 8 sometimes, and then midnight some other times. We wake up at 8 a.m. sometimes, and we wake up at 4 a.m. sometimes. The irregularity, the up and down in sleep schedule really inhibits your body's ability to recover. So even if you're getting up and going to the gym every single day, if you're getting 4 hours one night, 6 hours the next night, 8 hours the next night, you're really not giving your body enough time to properly recover. So you got to have a more consistent sleep schedule. And it's not just about when you wake up. I know it's great to say like, oh, I'm a rise and grind, I'm gonna get it done regardless. But if you set a proper bedtime, that sets the tone, that sets the precedent for how much you're able to sleep. Like, it's great that you get up at the same time regardless of when you go to sleep, but we need those 7 to 8 high quality hours in. And if you can create more consistency in that area, I promise you'll see a big change, especially in your body's ability to build muscle and also in the regulation of your hunger hormones. Those are two of the biggest things that our body really regulates and repairs well during our sleep cycles. So if you can make sure you get that in, it's going to be huge. And then secondly is just multitasking into chronic stress. If you're an entrepreneur, this is something that is huge. Or if you're somebody that manages teams and a lot of people, it's huge. Like, sometimes we just try to fill our day and fill our plate with as much as we possibly can. And I think that having a more efficient process for like, hey, what do I actually need to get done versus what all am I trying to do? Am I just trying to fill my calendar to feel busy, to feel better about myself, to feel like I don't have enough time in the day? Am I anxious when I feel like I don't have something? Like, a lot of times we just overfill our calendar, and it leads to just constantly being anxious, constantly being stressed out, constantly turning every which way, feeling like we always have something to do. So honestly, if you're able to, creating a more streamlined schedule for yourself where you only have the most important tasks that you need to do, and then zoning in on that instead of doing that most important task and then also trying to juggle 5-6 different things at the same time. Like, if you would just lock in on a specific task for 2 to 4 hours, you'd realize that you got it completely done within that 2 to 4 hour time frame, and then you go to the next one for another 2 to 4 hours, and before you know it, you're getting more done in an 8-hour workday than you used to get done in a 16-hour workday when you were stressing yourself out, working super late, getting up early and working. I promise you, this has been one of the biggest game changers for my health personally, mentally and physically, is just working more efficiently, doing things in a streamlined pattern, tackling the most important tasks, then going down to the more ancillary things. Doesn't seem like it's a big part of your health and fitness, but I promise you, if you can get those cortisol levels down, stop stressing so much. You'll create time to actually go and work out. You'll create time to eat a high quality meal. The stress and the hunger cravings won't begin to you as much if you can work more efficiently. And the third thing is just not really paying attention to how your body responds to food. Everybody's body is so different. What's healthy and what makes one person feel great and energized is completely different for somebody else. That same food for one person might lead another person to be lethargic. It might mess with your gut. It might give you indigestion. There's so many different combinations of foods and so many different nutrients or things going on in foods that can impact you positively or negatively. And if you really want to get healthy, you have to clear those pathways. Anything that messes with your digestion, anything that messes with your energy levels, you have to understand that, and you have to lean away from those foods and lean toward the foods that help your body feel the best. That's nothing that I can tell you sitting right here. That comes from you personally observing, which food journaling is extremely important for this because it helps you go back and look. If you have a day where you're gassy, you're bloated, your bowel movements are extremely irregular, you've got indigestion, you got heartburn, like if you have a day like that, being able to go back and look at what you consumed and see, I don't eat that much, and this must be what it is. I eat all the same things except for this right here. That must be what it is. Even though it's a healthy food, even though it's broccoli, even though it's black beans, even though it's wheat bread, like these things still might have a negative impact on you. And if your digestive system is in distress, good luck dropping body fat. Sometimes eliminating these type of foods from your diet, the ones that don't agree with you, it will unlock and will clear the pathway, kind of like clears the brush out of the road for your body to actually start metabolizing those fat cells. So paying close attention to how your body responds to food is one of the best things that you're going to be able to do for yourself. And then last but not least, but maybe the most important when it comes to building up lean muscle, is going to be turning your strength training into a cardio session. What I mean by this is feeling the need to get through your workout as soon as possible, meaning that you rush through it. You just want to break a sweat. You want your heart rate to be going the whole time. So you just move, go. You're doing deadlifts or back squats or bench press or lat pull downs, and you're taking 15 to 30 seconds rest between, and you're having to take the weight off, or you're only able to do a certain amount of reps, or maybe you keep the weight light the entire time because you know that's how fast you like to move. I get it. I understand that that's what feels like it's dropping you the most body fat. And there is a place for that kind of high intensity interval training with actual weightlifting. But on a day-to-day basis, you do not want to be in that position when it comes to going through your workouts that way. If you're skipping your rest, if you're breezing through that, if you're at a breakneck speed with your strength training, there's no way that your glycogen, your muscles are actually recovering from set to set. So you're getting a weaker version of yourself going into every single set. And even though your muscles are burning and you're sweating and your heart rate is up, you're not actually causing any tissue tear down and the forced adaptation that causes the rebuilding of lean muscle. So take your rest, especially if you're doing heavy compound lifts. Lift as much as you're able to for that set and rep range. You're doing 8 reps, lift as much as you possibly can for that 8 reps to where you get to number 8 and you feel like, man, I could not have done another one. And I need 60, 90, 120 seconds to fully recover for me to do that same level of effort again. That's where you want to be when you're talking about strength training. If you're going to do a HIIT workout, do a HIIT workout. But if you're actually strength training and trying to build up lean muscle, do that. Don't combine the two because you end up missing both marks. So that's one of the biggest things that I see in strength training and training in general. Take your rest period. Don't breeze through it. Don't try to sweat your way through it. You're not going to sweat as much in a strength training session as you are doing battle ropes and Stairmaster and squat thrusters and all that stuff. You might not sweat as much, and that's fine because sweat is not a determining factor for how much fat you're burning. What is though is your body's ability to put on lean muscle, which increases your metabolism, which helps you drop fat faster and turns your body into a fat burning furnace even when you are not working out, which is exactly what we want. We want that residual income. We want those dividends, and building up lean muscle is the best way to get that done. But if you're trying to breeze through your workouts and just trying to sweat as much as you possibly can, you're not building any dividend income. You're just working longer hours, picking up second shifts, doing side hustles, things that you're working harder, but you're not getting ahead. And we want to get ahead of the game. Building up that lean muscle so that our metabolism increases is the best way to get that done. So that is it. Those are some of the biggest habits that I see consistently with clients coming into our program, where if we could just change those few things, change those thought patterns, change the approach to training, the approach to nutrition, the approach to sleep and recovery, we change those things. And a lot of times we get them on the path to where they're making amazing progress. I'm confident that it will be the same exact way for you. If you listen to this and you're like, hey, you know what? This is me. This is exactly what I've been dealing with. And I want help figuring out how to get this done so I can get my body in great shape, just like the people that I talked about at the beginning of the video. Click the second link down in the description, take our transformation quiz, and we'll get all the info we need on you, your body, your goals, your schedule, your equipment access, everything that we need in order to build out the perfect, tailored, and customized approach for you, and then send you over a transformation assessment where we break down exactly how we'll get it done. So that's it. That's all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so that you don't miss any more uploads going forward. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.